The WBC requests more information from Ryan Garcia before continuing investigation. Let's talk.
Push the weight in our flex. Flex. The live is 1 in the 6. Fit the runner, boy, you nigga, no question. You will run a motherfucker high stepping. Hey, you never had a big enough weapon. Motherfucker never learned your lesson. I'm an 88 pack nigga. I'm an 88 pack nigga. I mean, day walker, drink blood, fangs out, full moon, motherfucker change like a hoe, nigga. I'm just a nigga from the hood trying to stack a little cheddar for the money.
Drew Titan, Bronx on deck. Shout out to the mighty LDBC. You guys already know how I feel about the WBC, the vomit green belt, but whatever. So I'm already biased going in. I'm reading this article from Boxing Scene. Link will be in the description. And you know how I do. I'm going to go through it, give you my opinion. But I'll post a link in the description. You read it yourself and you tell me what you think. So on Boxing Scene, I just saw this. WBC requests more information from Ryan Garcia before continuing this investigation. It says here the WBC has requested further information in regards to the failed drug test. All right. It says here, I'm just going to go through this as fast as I can. Ryan Garcia came in overweight, therefore was ineligible to win the sanctioning body's super lightweight title that Haney was defending for the first time in April at the Barclays Center in Brooklyn, a fight which I attended. So right there, it's just stating that Ryan didn't care about winning the green belt. He didn't bother to make weight. All right. It says here, it was reported that he tested positive for a banned substance called Ostarine. Garcia has repeatedly claimed he didn't intentionally cheat. It says here, we have constantly maintained Ryan was a victim of supplement contamination and has never intentionally used any banned substance, any performance-enhancing drugs. This is what his legal team has recently said. Now, we've seen all of this, and to believe Ryan at this point is absurd. But let me just stick to the article real quick. It says Ostarine has been on the ban list of the World Anti-Doping Agency since 2008. And in 2022, it was listed by the agency as an anabolic agent. Now, you heard that, right? Did I make that up? No. No. Did the LDBC make that up? No. It says the World Anti-Doping Agency, WADA, since 2008. It's been on their ban list. And in 2022, it was listed by the agency as an anabolic agent. Okay? It says here, as it has been widely publicized around the world, I read the statement from the WBC, the contents of Ryan Garcia's A and B sample containers collected on April 19th and 20th of 2024 yielded adverse analytical findings for Ostarine. Ostarine is a selective androgen receptor modulator, a SARM. You know, SARMs, something that hair follicle tests have a problem dealing with, SARMs, which is why they go to urine samples. SARM. Okay, Ostarine and all SARMs are banned substances at all times under the WBC clean boxing program. So let's stop right there. They request more information from Ryan. They're just telling you the problem with SARMs and how SARMs was found in this man's urine, A and B samples, both pop dirty. And they're telling you under the WBC clean boxing program, it's not supposed to be there. But we're reading this article as a family because I want to know what more do they want. Remember, this is WBC that loved Canelo Alvarez, found clenbuterol in his system. He only got 6 months because somehow I believe maybe Canelo's team said, "Look, man, if you pick any person that's selling steak in Mexico, it has clenbuterol in it." Maybe he proved his point. It's been a while. I haven't reviewed that in a while, but whatever. Okay? Now, I want you to keep this in mind. Ryan Garcia's team is already saying, look, just give us 4 months. We're going to get some kind of penalty, but give us 4 months. So y'all do understand that they're admitting guilt, right? I don't know what the WBC is up to here, but let's read. Upon receiving the notification of the adverse findings, the WBC immediately started its results management process under the governing WBC CBP's testing and results management guidelines. So they have guidelines for this. Great. Under that process, the WBC notified Mr. Garcia of adverse findings, provided him with information about his right to witness the opening of the B sample container and to have the contents of the B sample container tested. The B sample container's contents also yielded adverse analytical findings of ostarine. That's the B sample they was talking about. Remember when we said Ryan sent somebody over there on his behalf or whatever to make sure that there was no tampering? So now they're saying that it was witnessed. No foul play. In addition, the WBC's result management unit's notification to Mr. Garcia requested available information and documents to assist the unit's determination of the circumstances leading or reasonably related to the adverse findings. The WBC results management unit anticipates receiving the available information request toward the end of June. Did y'all get that? End of June? It's June 5th, y'all, as I do this video. In the meantime, WBC has continued to investigate the pharmacological, forgive me, y'all, I can't read this. It's 4:30 in the morning. They're going to investigate the characteristics of ostarine, the details of the tests, results that led to the adverse findings, and any other explanation that might relate to the adverse findings. The WBC will continue to provide updates of the process it is undertaking as additional information becomes available. That's the article. The link will be in the description. Now let me sum this up. It seems that the WBC is giving us an update on the process on their end. Now, y'all know I don't trust the WBC. They love them some Canelo. This thing with Ryan, he has no leg to stand on. And you guys need to understand that this kid is caught. What this article is, they're just reiterating their process. But everything that Ryan has done, the article is stating that they're requesting more information, and they put information in quotes. What more information does Ryan need? He already sent open containers, unsealed containers of NutraBio and this raspberry lemonade to a third-party company in Utah where it was tested, and they found the ostarine, but the containers were unsealed. And what's more is, insult to injury, these companies, now it seems that they're fighting back, and they're saying, Ryan, hey man, look, the product that you got is numbered. There was no ostarine in the product that you purchased to use. And furthermore, if I'm hearing this correctly, I'm just now finding out, I think yesterday, that the product that he sent to that third-party company, he's had on his person for 2 years or something like that. Which means you had some protein powder sitting in your closet for 2 years. I think they said it was from 2022. And that's what you sent to get reviewed, and it comes back magically with ostarine. These two products from these two different companies come back with ostarine, and you want to take that and give it to your legal team and say, hey man, look, I sent it to a company and this is what they found. And your legal team says, oh, this is great, we can use this. Did you tell your legal team that product was sitting in your house or wherever it was, in your gym, whatever you use, for 2 years? And I want you guys to remember, when he first popped dirty, he said that they are saying it was the ashwagandha. Remember that? We didn't know anything about no NutraBio or This raspberry lemonade super carb thing he didn't say anything about that. He said it was the ashwagandha. That's what he said. A month later, now we're hearing about these 2 new products, and the owners of these products are like, no, not us. Ryan Garcia fans, here's what I need you guys to do. The jig is up. What you need to do is tell Ryan Garcia to chill. It's getting worse because let me explain what's going to happen here. What it's looking like. What's it shaping up to be. Now, the WBC is going to do what they can. I know in their heart of hearts they want to exonerate this kid and give him a slap on the wrist. But if they try and do that, I think they're going to be looking stupid. He's already flirting with it. Listen, Devin is going to sue him. Okay? He's going to get suspended. All right? He'll be lucky if what's that company's name that got the ashwagandha? Is it called Gaia or something like that? They can sue him for lying. He's lucky at this current junction. They just took it to Twitter to respond to his allegation. Nope, not us. He's already getting sued by Prime, courtesy of KSI and Logan Paul. Now what's next? So we're up to 3 lawsuits already. Well, ashwagandha by Gaia, maybe not, because they haven't said anything yet. But this NutraBio, this guy looks like he's not playing with you. So now we're really up to 3 lawsuits. This other company that produced the raspberry lemonade drink, they could possibly sue you. So we're potentially up to 4. You mentioned something about suing Vada. Lord, if they countersue you, it's about to be a wrap for you. Victor Conti could sue you for talking, throwing him under the bus, all these allegations. Aside from DHP suing you, Devin Haney suing you personally. So now we're up to about 5 lawsuits. Bill could sue you. Bill and Victor Conti could sue you for defamation because you said that they were in cahoots with Vada. So that's Vada, Bill, Victor. We're up to 5 or 6 lawsuits, potentially. And you're still paying your lawyers. How much money do you have? Don't matter. They're going to drain your swamp. I'm surprised your legal team, well, I'm very interested about every last one of these guys. And I think there's a woman there too. You need to ask if they're just taking your money at this point. This is absurd. You have no leg to stand on. You are not going to win. I don't care how many grown adolescents with taco hats root for you. I don't care who does what or who says what. All these other guys that stand in the pocket for you. This is a losing battle. Nobody set you up. What are you going to do? You're blaming the Illuminati now? This is all you're talking about? Listen, you could win the approval of public opinion. That's not going to help your pockets, man. Because when you go to court and you're sitting on that bench and they're calling you defendant, that's drama. Now, you see, I want you guys to understand something because there's really something very important to this thing that y'all missing. Ryan is a rabbit. The one thing you know about rabbits, if you don't know, if you corner a rabbit, you scare them enough, they could faint. You can actually scare a rabbit to death. Literally, you can scare a rabbit to death. They could die. Ryan is a rabbit. He's already faintish right now. Drew, what are you talking about? I'll tell you. He said he's for the kids. And remember what he said about Prime? Oh, that's evil. If you're pro Logan Paul or KSI with Prime, it's evil. And I have nurses calling me, talking about it's ruining kids' brains. And it's of the devil. Logan Paul said, okay, I'm going to show you how to set it off. He hit you with a defamation lawsuit. I think it's like 22 pages. I didn't read all of it. But he bust you upside your head with that. Next thing you know, you're sitting on this girl's couch doing an interview. Talking about, hey, man, I know Paul's for a long time. I know Logan. You know, I'm just going to squash the beef, man. I love Prime. And you cracked the Prime bottle and you drank it. I said, wow, look at that. I thought it was for the kids, Ryan. What happened, bro? What happened? I'm asking for a friend. Jesus stood on business. Went to the cross, right? Malcolm X stood on business, right? Martin Luther King, they stood on business. To the grave. One lawsuit from Logan Paul. And you drinking Prime now. You said F those kids, right? Right. What is Ryan Garcia going to do when 5 or 6 lawsuits come smacking him in the head from companies he blamed, from people he said was in cahoots trying to ruin his name, all these defamation suits? See, the burden of proof is going to fall on him. He has to prove that everything that he's told you is true. He has to go to court and prove that there's an Illuminati. Oh, I'm sorry, that's not real. That's the last effort. He has to prove that Ostarine is in those 2 products that he said he located the Ostarine in. He has to prove that. He can't. He has to prove that Victor Conti and Bill Haney was in cahoots to ruin his piss test. He has to prove that. He won't be able to. He has to prove that he was in bed with Vada. You got to prove that. He has to prove that Wada was in cahoots with Vada and Bill Haney and Victor Conti. He can't prove that. And last but not least, he's going to be looking at Devin saying, okay, well, now you can't prove any of that. So you was on an Ostarine. So you tried to kill me, buddy. I'm suing you. And when all of that starts happening, I wonder what the WBC is going to do. It would be wise, Mauricio Suleiman, to say, you know what? I don't want to be the guy trying to fight for this kid. He's done. Yeah, Ryan. Yeah, you're going to have to go sit down. We conducted our investigation, and you're guilty just like everyone else. You're losing lawsuits. No, we can't stand in the pocket for this. You're done, Ryan. Now, Mauricio, I know in your heart of hearts, you want to stick up for this kid. I know why, too. I don't even have to explain it, but I want you to remember something, Mauricio. You also told us that we bullied Alejandro Jimenez because she was gay. And that's not what it was. We just wanted to know, was she tested? We'll come to find out, Mauricio, when she was tested, she popped dirty. Let's just say that. She was going through the transition. So she was on drugs when she fought Franchon Cruz Dezern, and the end result was, although you didn't want to, you had to give her back her belt. And we haven't seen Alejandro Jimenez ever again. We haven't seen her after that. You know why? Because she was in the transition of becoming a man. How can you be a man and compete in female boxing? So if you didn't know, look it up. I'm not making that up. That's what happened. And then there was an issue with you and Daniel Kinahan. You basically told us to shut up. I'm only judging this man based off of what he does now in the sport of boxing. I'm not the police. I'm not Interpol. Remember he said that? Literally that week, the United States of America put a $5 million sanction on Daniel Kinahan's head with any information leading to his arrest. And his response was, oops, I made a boo-boo. Daniel Kinahan still at large, Irish cartel leader. MTK Global, that was his business, and it was in boxing. They're no longer here. He's such a bad man that all of the MTK Global fighters went under investigation. Majority of them couldn't come to the United States of America. They were on a no-fly list. Guys like Josh Taylor, they had to work that out. He eventually was released and released from that list, and he was able to come here and fight. Salute to him in a losing effort against Teofimo Lopez. And the big dog, Tyson Fury, who's still not allowed to come to the United States of America. Mauricio Suleiman, you're no stranger to controversy. So this thing with Ryan Garcia, people are watching. And I know you'll want to exonerate this kid so bad. I'm telling you, Mr. President, don't do it. Don't do it. It won't benefit you at all. In fact, everybody will look at you strange. This kid is guilty 8 ways to Sunday. He's done. This might be more than a 2-year ban. His team is already asking for a slap on the wrist. They're asking for 4 months. That doesn't sound like a team that's confident that their client didn't do anything. They know he's guilty. They're trying to soften the blow. Not at all. Garcia, let nature take its course. Do what you guys do by way of the paper. But, y'all know how I feel about the WBC. Where's that franchise status, by the way? Gone. Right? Ryan Garcia is looking at about a good 6 lawsuits. And by the time they're done with him, I hope everybody sues him. I hope they sue him for every dime. And when they're done with him, I want his lawyers to stop working on his behalf because he stops paying them. I want this kid in the poorhouse because this is what he deserves. He's a cheater. He's a liar. He's been lying, and he tried to kill Devin Haney. That's what he tried to do. And he did it while on Osterine. Do I want a rematch? No. You know why? Not that I don't think Devin could win, but this guy don't deserve to be in a professional boxing ring for the rest of his life because he tried to take a life. I have no remorse for him. He's going to get everything he deserves. Yup. And the haters are listening to this. You know why you're hating right now? Because everything I'm saying is actual facts. I don't got to lie on this kid. This kid has lied enough to you. Do we see it? Wada sees it. Vada sees it. And the true supporters of the sport see this kid. He's a fraud. And he's a liar. But you can disagree. Don't matter. I'm going to enjoy watching this demise, and I'm going to call it every day if I so choose. Bronx on deck.
Move!